reincarnation were possible and you got a completely new body every time, it raises fascinating questions about identity, continuity, and the nature of the self. Let's explore the implications of this scenario. 1. What would you be? In traditional reincarnation, the you who experiences each life is often thought of as the soul or consciousness, a kind of essence that persists across different physical bodies. If you received a new body every time, the question would be, what part of you stays the same? The soul or consciousness? If reincarnation is based on the soul, or a continuous non-material aspect of consciousness, then you would be that soul, and your core self would remain constant, regardless of the body. Each new body would just be the vessel for your soul's experiences, but the deeper essence of who you are would remain unchanged. You might not remember previous lives, but you'd still carry forward lessons or karma. The mind and identity. On the other hand, if your identity is tied to your mind, memories, and experiences, then each new body would represent a fresh slate. You would have no conscious memory of your past lives, and your personality, preferences, and habits might be shaped by the circumstances of your new body, your family, environment, and life experiences. 2. Personal memory and continuity. If reincarnation were real and you got a new body each time, it's likely that you wouldn't remember previous lives. However, you might retain a sense of identity through intuition, dreams, or unexplained feelings. Some cultures believe that remnants of past lives influence your personality, fears, or talents without you consciously knowing why. For example, if you were born into a different body with different cultural and familial influences, you might develop certain phobias or instincts without any clear explanation, e.g., an inexplicable fear of water or a talent for playing a musical instrument. Have strong affinities for certain places or things, which could be a result of past life experiences that your new self isn't aware of consciously. In most traditions, the lack of conscious memory of past lives is seen as a way to allow for spiritual growth. If you remembered all your past lives, it might make it harder to learn the lessons of each new one, and you'd be distracted by attachments to previous identities. 3. Karma and growth. Even if you receive a completely new body each time, the idea of karma is central to many reincarnation beliefs. Your actions and decisions in previous lives would affect the conditions of your next life. So, although your body is new, the consequences of your past behavior might influence your circumstances. You might be born into a wealthier family or a more challenging environment depending on the karma you've accumulated. You might face certain challenges or advantages because of unresolved issues, lessons to be learned, or virtues developed in previous lives. Karma isn't necessarily a punishment or reward, but a process of learning and spiritual evolution. So even though you're in a new body, your soul, or consciousness, is growing and evolving through each life experience. 4. Physical differences. Every new body you inhabit would likely be different in terms of appearance, health, and environment. You might be born into different cultures, genders, social statuses, and times in history. These differences would impact how you experience the world and might shape your thoughts, behaviors, and emotional responses. Gender and race. If your soul were to inhabit bodies of different genders or races, it could profoundly alter your perspective on life. You would experience the world from completely different viewpoints, gaining empathy and insights into the lives of others. Health and abilities. Your new body might be healthier or weaker, taller or shorter, with different abilities and disabilities. This would affect how you move through life, the challenges you face, and how you relate to others. 5. Would you still be? You? This is perhaps the most interesting philosophical question. If you receive a new body every time, would you still be the same person, or would you be a completely new individual? If the soul is truly eternal, and the primary essence of you, then you are the same entity experiencing different lifetimes through different forms. However, if you are defined by your body, memories, and mind, then each new life would feel like a fresh start, even if there's a deeper connection across lives. On a spiritual level, you could still be considered the same soul or essence, even if your form changes. Many reincarnation traditions emphasize the idea that your true self is not your body, but the soul or consciousness that exists beyond the material world. On a psychological level, you might feel like a completely different person because the experiences, memories, and personality you develop in each life would be specific to the body.